Boy, if that wasn't about the bloodiest verses I never seen, boy, it was too many bloods in that bitch. Like, what the hell? Bro, I don't know how y'all feel, but that was a classic verses to me. Classic verses. Had plenty of classic moments from Game down a whole bottle of 1942. I still might think that probably was water. You feel me? In that bottle. That wasn't no whole tequila. But we'll never know. But from that to the whole Nipsey segment, bro, that him and YG both did, people was calling that versus whack. Man, that versus was not whack. That versus was classic, bro. Straight up. Especially classic for the West Coast. But I will tell you, that was one of the weakest crowds, bro. Like, how you be in LA and that crowd be that weak? You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like they should have had it outside. I feel like it would have been way more lit. You know what I'm saying? And then I think they just had the wrong people in there. You feel me? That the only like people look like they was from the hood was YG and Game homies. The rest of them people just looked like they probably from the suburbs or something. That's why it wasn't lit like that. Like nobody was really getting up for none of the hits. That crowd was damn near manufactured. That wasn't, man, come on, bro. Them wasn't real true YG and Game fans. They homies was more lit than the crowd, bro. The whole time, the whole night. Like, bro, that was a weak ass crowd. LA, y'all gotta do better. Gotta do better next time. But let's get to the verses, man. I honestly think it was unfair to score it the way it was scored simply because, bro, you got a Game that came out in 05 with the documentary. YG dropped My Crazy Life in 2014. You talking about damn near 10-year difference. Like, come on, bro. So automatically, YG got the younger audience. Automatically, the younger people, the ones who gonna be voting on that website. Game got the older audience and the OGs. You feel me? YG came out at a time, bro, where you had Rich Homie, you had the Migos taking off, you had Young Thug taking off. Like, that was a critical. He had a lot of competition back then. But then you had Game too, who came out with 50 Cent, Nipsey getting ready to come out that time. You had Jay-Z, who had recently retired. You had DMX. You know what I'm saying? You had Game was really the only one holding it down for the West Coast at that time. It was no other artist from the West Coast doing it how Game was doing it. The documentary, we finna get to that in a second. But let's just stay on YG. Bruh, I did not realize how many club bangers YG had. YG had some real club bangers, dog. From Tooted and Booted to obviously my nigga to Big Bank, Take Lil Bank, obviously. But then you talking about Don't Tell Him with Jeremiah. Like, YG had hits for days, bruh. I think a lot of people forgot how many hits YG actually had. I know I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause I felt like I thought YG was gonna get washed. And nah, YG held his own. But I do not believe it the way it was scored by the fans. It wasn't truly like that. Like true music heads and music fans know that, come on, bro. The game hits and YG hits. Like, to me, you could have tied it. Could have been a straight up tie. Like, it was no way Game should have lost, started from scratch.
That mean the same hollow tips breaking up in my chest. Same bloody t-shirt. Same address.
Come on, bro. You mean he tell me he lost that round? Stop it, bro. Stop it. I don't want to hear that. He shouldn't have lost my life.
And I'm grinding until I'm tired. They say you ain't grinding until you tired.
Featuring Lil Wayne. Come on, bro. Like, we talking about anthems here. Now, granted, YG got real West Coast anthems.
Nigga, I'm from Big T. West side, nigga. T.
YG so you don't get no more LA than YG. You don't get no more LA than YG. I get that. But it's time niggas start really putting more respect on Game name, bro. Game, bro, is a top 5 at worst. At worst, I'm gonna say again, at worst, top 10 MC of all time, bro. Yeah, I said all time. Like, y'all gotta respect Game pen, bro. 50 ain't go get Game from the West Coast for nothing. He ain't put him a part of G Unit for nothing. Game really him, bro, and been him. You feel me? Game got hits too, and I feel like since YG had more club bangers, because when YG came out, that was when you definitely had to have a club song. And the fact that when he came out with My Nigga, that he threw Rich Homie on the hook. Anything Rich Homie touched during that 2012, 2014 era was gonna go up. It was gonna go up. Homie had it on lock back then, bro. He just did. That you see what he did with Rich Gang and Thug. Rich Homie had it on lock back then. So anything Rich Homie was on, that shit was gonna slide automatically. Especially in the streets, most definitely. Yeah. So, but Game gotta be respected, bro. Y'all gotta put more, like these youngins, y'all might not know Game discard like that, but go back and check it out. Go back and listen to the documentary, the full album. That's some damn near no skip album, bro. Damn near no skip to me. Like, it's too many records on there, too many hits, too many. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, YG My Crazy Life, that's a classic album. That's most definitely a classic album for sure. Let's get to the Nipsey segment, bro. That segment, bro, was just let you know how solid Nip was, bro. How good a dude he was. Getting shown love from both sides. Like, from Game had records with him, YG had records with him. And that just let you know the amount of love and respect Nip had, especially in LA. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, dog. When Game played They Roll, I almost got a little emotional, dog. Like, damn, bro, Nip still supposed to be here. For real, bro. Like, but that just lets you know, bro, how big it was and what he meant to the city of LA. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a win for LA tonight. And I see too many people disrespecting Game discography, bro. That documentary, bro, like, it put the West back on the map. You feel me? Before that, bro, West wasn't on the map how it was in the 90s when Pac and Death Row like had put the West up. The West had lost it, you know what I'm saying? But then here come Game, 2005, and put it right back where it's supposed to be. Like, I'm just asking y'all, put more respect on Game album, because it deserved that. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, that was water bro was drinking. He couldn't have bought down no whole bottle of tequila like that. Hell no, I ain't going for it. I can't go for it. I'm sorry, I just can't. But yeah, man, that was, to me, solid classic verses. Classic verses. Because it was just so West Coast. It was just so LA. And then it was blood out. It was blood out, boy. Ain't no way you stepping up in there if you one of the ops. You ain't going nowhere near that verses. Straight up. But yeah, man, that was most definitely classic verses. And I don't get how anybody can say otherwise other than you just a hater. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Bro, that was a classic verse to me. And again, we know what YG can do with the hits. But put more respect on Game name, bro. Straight up. Stop disrespecting bro like bro ain't one of the illest in the game. But it's your boy, man. Welcome, fellas. I'm out.